Here's a true story that happened in the past. In the 70s of the last century, a small family lived in an old house in a quiet suburban. The house was beautiful, built by old stones and large windows, but it was considered a long haunted house. The family had a lonely son named John. John was very curious and amazed at the fairy tales and legends. His family carries stories of old souls and ghosts wandering around the house, but they were nothing but legends told to terrorize him. On a night, John decided to be an adventurer and search for the truth behind those legends. Rebekah, a lamp and a piece of cloth for protection, he entered the abandoned upstairs from the house. The hallways were dark and terrifying, and the cold air crossed from among the broken windows. Suddenly, he heard a strange sound coming from one of the closed rooms. He cautiously advanced towards the room and slowly opened the door. Just then, a mysterious black mass floated out in the air in front of him. John felt terrible and took a scream, but he couldn't escape. The block held onto his hand and stopped him from moving. Suddenly, the black lump turned into a crying little girl. The child was similar to the spirits that John saw in the stories. John decided to calm her down and help her. He embraced her and remembered the story of a hero's bravery in stories and how he overcame evil spirits. Suddenly, the house began to shake and the evil cheers filled the air. John had no choice but to return. He managed to survive the baby's grip and ran through the dark hallways towards the stairs. He walked out of the house and jumped into his mother's lap, who was waiting for him out. Annoyed, the family retreated their steps towards the house, deciding not to return this terrible experience. The house was left and sold later, but they couldn't forget those scary moments and lives that lived in those old houses. Thus, a true story that happened in the past ends. Always remember that horror stories may be based on real events that live in the imagination of humans.